and when they used that petrol, it came back upon them. So one of them set really bad fire, and they panicked in that situation and ran away. They left driver's license, dentist cards, and one of them has to be taken to hospital. And they had their explanation was that they had a barbecue party, but they were sentenced for this thing. I was in a way very lucky because when you make a process art and you take things humorously, because this one ended in a very humorous way. I mean, the only thing that actually was hurt here, I lost one curtain, and I just have one at my window now, but I can move this around as I please. And one of my plants, but it recovered. It was badly drawn, but I really nursed it, so it was recovered. I mean, I try to look upon things like that. It's like a fiction. It's like a fiction. It's a story that I have a distance to. I participate partly, but it's not really reality. I make it into art. And this was a kind of. It ended up with a comedy. Could have been a tragedy. Here we have the Al-Shabaab man. You can read it. He is very tough, you know. He says a lot of things there. Sending his warning. He's standing in Somalia, and he's speaking Swedish. So he has been. There is a connection between Al-Shabaab and Sweden also. He's cutting your throat and slaughter of this. Yeah, I mean, I understand he is trying to get some PR for his organization. I hope that he finds some locals that will follow up their case. But I mean, they are not totally to just be different against. Kill this dog. I do have an exciting story, I would say. Here is blonde women trying to kill the artist. There's this Somali guy here standing with his gun, shooting now and then. And there is everything you need. The most tragic moment was, of course, Stockholm bomber, and that changed my life completely. The Stockholm bomber, you see, then the project actually had casualty. Though this was a suicide casualty, so it was not occasionally something. But he addressed me also as one of his targets. He said that because of this swine, this pig, Vilks. And from that moment, the security police decided that I should have bodyguards around the clock. So since like 2 years, I have been living with bodyguards. That's my life today. It is not a tragedy, you can get used to it, and of course I see this as also part of my performance. We're into the bodyguard section of this work. And this is the letter to the bomber sent a letter to Swedish people, and you can see my name is there somewhere. This thing here, I think, is something you can learn from, which actually shows how difficult things can be. And that was in March in a Swedish university where I was invited to speak about freedom of speech and presenting my own project. And when I did that, there were some Muslim attacking me with eggs. I made a painting of that, but it's very true to the photograph that actually was taken, but I could compose it a little tighter with that. You can see there, my bodyguard, he takes a shot, and that's the end. So he had to clean his suit the next day. But I escaped without any harm. And these guys were then screaming and things like that. And everyone said that this was unacceptable, etc., etc. But there was also a movement before I was arriving at this invitation. The Society for Young Muslims had protested that I was invited and said that they should actually try to stop it. I mean, they didn't want to use any violence, not at all. But the combination, you can see here that you have protests from young Muslims. I mean, they claim their right to express themselves, and there's nothing to say about that. And then you have these activists throwing eggs. Then you come, of course, to the aftermath. Who wants to invite such a fellow to play his spade? You can expect protests and accusement of racism or whatever. And there might also be a riot.